The idea of being the architects of our own education is what entices most of us to come to Brown. We love the ability to decide what we want to learn and how we can create our own set of courses. But I wonder how often our academic blueprints follow the original guidelines. I'm sure there are students whose academic plans never faltered, but many of us know all too well the stories of those whose schedules were significantly altered by life and circumstance. It seems that not everything goes according to plan. My unplanned personal leave certainly challenged my original college plan, and my parents too. I wanted to graduate in 4 years, take a gap year, and matriculate to medical school in the fall of 2017. Coming into Brown, I thought I had my life figured out. But of course, things didn't go according to plan during my first couple of years here. When we arrived at Brown, we became immersed in this society that places tremendous value on overexertion and overcommitment. I struggled to find the balance between doing my absolute best and taking care of myself. I came into Brown as an eager pre-medical student, but my sense of purpose gradually got lost in the blur of classes, clubs, and requirements. Everything I did became part of a routine of things I had to do. I didn't feel like I was doing the activities I wanted to do. One time, I was waiting excitedly in the ratty omelet line, and I heard someone at a nearby table bragging to their friend about the amount of coffee they had already had that morning as they downed their 4th cup. And their friend just replied with how little sleep they had gotten the night before. The pre-med student in me thought, well, that doesn't seem very healthy. But then I thought to myself, why? I've worked as a residential peer leader for the past 4 years, and the number of students who have come to me with the exact same difficulty is extraordinary. We seem to lose our purpose in this fast-paced life. Sometimes we forget why we're here or what we're doing. Some of us get overwhelmed with the everyday life of coffee, class, a cappella, e-board meetings, study, and sleep if you manage to get it. I took a leave away from Brown, and it completely rearranged my academic plans. But this gave me the opportunity to step back and gain a new perspective on my Brown experience. Now, I may not have found the absolute meaning of life, but I did find some meaning for my own life. Away from Brown, I learned what I prioritize in my life and what is important to me. For example, when I stepped back, I found myself spending most of my time babysitting for family and friends, and I realized that I really liked working with children. Maybe it was watching the Pixar movie Frozen 3 times a day, every single day, or perhaps I relished in the challenge of putting a 2-year-old down for a nap, which, let me tell you, is quite the feat. I already knew that I wanted to be a physician, but after spending so much time with these kids, I learned that I might enjoy being a pediatrician. When I came back to Brown, I immediately started volunteering with preschoolers, teaching them health lessons once a week, and I was offered an internship affiliated with Hasbro Children's Hospital. I found a new sense of motivation and passion for the work I was doing. Being away from Brown for 6 months, I remembered why I chose Brown as my place of learning, why I study biology, and why I still want to go to medical school even after taking those infamously hard pre-med requirements. It was this newfound knowledge that completely transformed my remaining time at Brown. Though my experience is unique, as .5ers, most of our academic paths are considered non-traditional. We've foregone the typical route of graduating in 4 years. Some of us may be graduating early, and many of us transferred or took time off and are graduating a bit later. Regardless of the circumstance, we all understand that not all things go according to plan. But I don't think that's a bad thing at all. In whatever path brought us here today, we were all presented with various opportunities for growth. As Robert Frost might say, we took the path less traveled, and it's the lessons we've learned on our journeys that will shape our lives after Brown. When I decided to take time off, I initially thought I had failed, that I must have done something wrong. But then I read a book given to me by my mentor before I left, Daring Greatly by Brené Brown. This book taught me about the experiences of shame, vulnerability, falling flat on your face, and getting back up again. It takes its name from the famous quote by Teddy Roosevelt, a quote that gave me strength and courage when I thought I had fallen. He says, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who comes short again and again, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly." We've dared greatly these past few years, and we will continue to dare greatly after today. We must recognize the importance of what we've done at Brown, and I'm certain that we have the passion and ambition to go forth as new Brown alumni. Today, I'm proud to call myself an alum, a part of the class of 2016.5. Regardless of life throwing unexpected twists and turns into the blueprints of our lives, I am confident in this new class of Brown alumni. We will continue going forth. We will become the architects of our future endeavors, and we will always dare greatly. Thank you very much.